Welcome to this bonus special episode of the Swish Nomads podcast. You're here with me, OG. The beard is over there. And we also have P-Funk Pedro in the building. So we're doing this episode because if you don't already know, the final AfroBasket qualifiers are going to be starting on Friday. We talked about it before. So we wanted to get into who's going to be playing, what teams could qualify, not qualify, and just let you know our general opinions before the games start. And we'll be back after the games to tell you any other tidbits. So let's get started by looking at, do you want to do it group per group or just team per team? What's easier for
Team
you?
for team. I think team is better because I got a lot to
Okay.
say.
Okay. All right.
I got a lot
Uh,
to say.
Well, why don't we start with DR Congo? So, DR Congo's preliminary squad is up, and there are a few faces or names you should know. And this is the point of the podcast where I butcher everybody's names, but I want everyone to know I love you all dearly, and I am practicing immensely on getting your names pronounced correctly. So,
And at least there's no quiz that people are gonna go and punish me for not knowing. No, but hey, it's a story for another day. Yeah.
You have no excuse.
okay.
You
Yeah.
have no excuse. The names are written up there. I mean,
Yeah, okay. Names can be written. How they're written. So I learned. Let me tell you a fun thing. I was speaking to who I referred as Quazim from Where Morocco, which is a publisher page for Moroccan basketball. They're also in our
hmm
publisher group. Check them out if you're interested in Moroccan basketball. And I said Quazim to someone else, and they said, "How are you spelling it?" I spelt it, and then she laughed and said, "You British people don't know how to pronounce names. It's Cassim. It's you don't pronounce the Q, not like that." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Why did he let me pronounce his name wrong this whole time?"
Yeah.
So, the politeness of Africans, guys, don't
There
let
you
people
go.
say your name wrong. All right, let's get into it. DR Congo.
thank
So
you.
some
Thank you.
DR Congo. So some names that we should know from the previous window is Lutete, Christian, and I said that right. I don't. Yeah, Jordan Sacco, obviously, Yannick
Mhm.
Nso,
Zoza.
Nsosa.
Zoza, right? Yeah.
So
Yes, Nsoso, and Rolly Fuller. Now,
Fuller.
the big story about DR Congo, where they're the team that stopped South Sudan's run.
Yep.
So my personal feeling is I don't think they have anything to worry about. They went 3-0 the first time. I think they're going to go 3-0 again, and they're going to finish top of their group. Any thoughts?
Mm,
I mean, South Sudan might try to, but I don't know. I don't know because, it's not an exact science. The moment the ref throws the ball in the air and it's 40 minutes. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, I would say 2-1. I would say,
2-1. I'm on that 2-1 run too because South
yeah,
Sudan is not gonna let that pass.
yeah,
They were
exactly. Yeah, they're
surprised.
gonna take
They
it
were
personal.
surprised. Yeah, they were surprised last time. But here they say, "Here's your surprise, man. Take it back home."
Yeah.
Uh, I'll bet on that.
So what you're saying is you think that it was a fluke from DR Congo, and South
No,
Sudan is actually the stronger team.
Not a
no.
fluke,
But,
not a
but,
fluke. I
Okay.
think it's I
but
think it's like they came up with this, oh, we're the best team in Africa, whatever, and then they ran with it. They ran with it, which is understandable. They're the new kids in the block, but they they came out guns blazing, So yeah, it's not a fluke, there's no flukes in, like in boxing you can go and punch somebody, knock out, whatever. This is not boxing. It's 40 minutes. They lost, deal with it, take that L. But they're gonna come back. Luol Deng is not gonna, and then we gotta understand that coach wasn't there. Luol Deng was coaching, right? Because it
No,
wasn't like,
they had the
Royal Ivy
coach
wasn't
from
there?
no
Was he
Royal
there?
wasn't there, but didn't they
Yeah.
have the coach from Uganda? Was
I
that
don't
not
know. I
him?
think didn't Luol Deng coach? Because I was under the
No,
assumption that Luol Deng
I'm
was
sure
coaching.
he was on the. I'm sure he was on the bench
I
in
think
the
he was
last
listen,
window.
coaching.
I don't think he was coaching.
Was
I
it
get,
okay? Because I
I'll
I
tell
was
you
under
very
the
straight.
assumption that he was coaching. Not that he's not a Like okay, he has worlds of experience, but like he's not a coach.
No,
You know,
obviously, like
yeah,
yeah, it's different to if you have a seasoned coach to a player coach, let's
exactly.
say. See, now I'm checking because now I want to know
Yeah,
who.
I mean that. Listen, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I mean, I deal with, but I was under the assumption that he
Oh
was
no, yeah, you're right. He was down as the head coach.
He was,
Arju was
yeah,
assistant, and
and Zaplo,
Lakel
Zaplo
was a coach as well. I
yeah.
completely forgot that.
yeah, he was
Like
yeah.
it went straight over my head that he was coaching. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, all right. Let's go back. So you're saying that in this window, DR Congo will still qualify, but they're going to qualify second in the group. That's what you're thinking.
I mean, 2-1. Does it make it go second already? Because then there's a point difference and everything. We don't know.
No. Oh yeah, because both teams will have done
Yeah,
five. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Then it goes down to
yeah,
points difference. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to our next team, Tunisia. So Tunisia went 3-0. Am I correct in that? Let me check.
Did they? Wait, I gotta go on the thing. But speaking of, I don't know if you
Mhm.
guys saw the rankings.
Oh, the FIBA ones?
Yeah.
No, I haven't
The
seen
power
them.
rankings.
Okay.
Oh,
Let
the
me just let
power
me just
rankings. Okay.
yeah, the power rankings. Yeah. Okay. Basically, I'm gonna tell you. Number one, Cote d'Ivoire. Number two, Senegal. Number
Huh?
three, South Sudan. Number four, Tunisia. Number five, Cape Verde. Number six, Congo. Number seven, Angola. And then
What's
and I was
that
like, where did
based
you
on?
my
Uh,
point
there's a,
exactly because
there's a
say what the
disclaimer
what?
at the I think there's a disclaimer at the bottom of the story. The power
Was
Okay.
it?
rankings are there's a disclaimer. It is not a true and is in no way a true accurate ranking system. All comments are purely
Oh,
those we offer. So
all,
that's
all
not
comments are what? Sorry?
are purely those of the author. So it's
Oh,
not it's not something. It's not science. It's not. It's just. I mean, I could have done the power rankings, and I've
yeah.
seen that any team could have been first or second or whatever. So that's someone who wrote the piece. So
Yeah,
there's
but the
So
no.
author
why
is
don't.
called FIBA. There's
Well,
no
no, there's
name.
a writer behind the author,
I know,
obviously.
but it's no, it's written
Wait,
No,
wait,
FIBA.
no, but I hear what you're saying. There's power in that because it's called the FIBA Power Rankings. And
Yeah,
so if
FIBA
these
Power
teams are
Rankings.
ranked
Yeah,
like that, it makes it look in a certain way. Well, how about
yeah.
we do this? Why don't we have the Swish Nomads Power Rankings? If
ooh,
because
Okay.
then we can add some science to it if we want to.
Number
And then we could
one.
create our own. Well, it's not going to be Angola is not going to be number one. I don't know where he's getting that from. But why don't
no,
I
okay, so
mean,
we'll start after this window. We will do our own power rankings. The next episode back after we talk about the games that happened, we'll give you the power rankings of the 20 teams that took part in the qualifiers. That sounds good. Yeah?
no. Let's
yeah,
just pick who's gonna go through.
No, it's not pick
Also,
well
also,
yeah, because it's based on the stats, is it not? It's based on how
I
well
know,
you
no,
did in the.
we no, we're gonna pick who's gonna go through beforehand. Not like, oh, I knew they beforehand.
Oh
Be
yeah,
like,
yeah,
listen,
of course, of course, of
yeah,
course.
be like,
All
listen,
right.
this.
Sorry, go.
No, I'm just saying, like, we can basically go and then show and find and like express and make sure we say, hey, listen, we on it. This is who we think is gonna go through, and then because instead of quizzes, riddle quizzes or whatever, we just go with actual facts.
Hmm.
This, uh, yeah, but listen, also the power rankings, yeah, but I don't know what how did you get because there's power rankings for Africa for
Hmm.
boys, girls, or whatever. But
Yes.
window 3 power rankings is a little bit complicated, but it's all good. I mean, seventh place. No, for real, because we were number 3 in Africa. So all of a sudden, somebody leapfrogged us.
Um, well, you did lose a game in the last window because you went 2-1.
Yeah, yeah, that point. Yeah, true, true. But like that's, and then I had people calling me, oh no, it's because they know that Bruno's not gonna come. They know this
That's
Gilles
got
not gonna
nothing to
come.
do with it.
There you go. People trying to go and justify. No, we're gonna show them what number
But
seven looks
also,
like.
is okay. We'll get to Angola. Let's finish Tunisia.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
names you should recognize that are on the list: Omar Bada, obviously, Heartian.
obviously. Yeah.
We've got Suleiman, and we've also got Ben Rondam. So, can someone remind me? Because I'm pretty sure that Rondam retired after the like from national basketball after like the World Cup qualifiers or something. But
No,
yet
that
his
wasn't
name is
him. It
in the
wasn't
list. Have I
him.
missed something?
I think
It
it
was
was. Was he?
Salah
It was the other guy.
Mejri. Mejri. Salah
No, but
Mesri.
Mejri.
Mesri.
Only
Mejri
Mesri
retired.
retired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, fine. All right, so we've got like the powerhouses. Oh, obviously, Fraz Larini is in the list as well, and
Yeah.
Giaza is also there.
Yeah.
Tunisia, to me, have always seemed, or not have always seemed, since 2001 have appeared to be a team that is constantly on the transition, and they haven't finished the transition of bringing in those new players, taking the experience of those older players and becoming a faster team. There was a point for a long time where Tunisia were the best 3-point shooting team in Africa. That's no longer the case. They're not the
Yeah.
fastest team. They don't have any special kind of playing style that identifies them as Tunisia. So I guess for me, it's like Tunisia are a middle of the road team right now. Do you guys agree or disagree?
They had this they had Mario Palma used to coach Angola. So
Hmm.
all this thing about 3-point shooting, whatever, comes from the way we used to play.
Okay.
Everyone could shoot, whatever, suffocating the defense and fact. But then they're not the most athletic team, they're not the fastest team, they're not the youngest team. So they can't
Mm,
play that way. They can't
mm.
play that way. So now I think I tell people Tunisia is the European team in Africa. They play like Europeans.
Ooh,
If you
that's
think about it,
interesting.
they play FIBA basketball like Europeans. If you
Mm,
took the Tunisian team and put them in
In Europe.
EuroBasket, you wouldn't see a
mhm,
lot, because they play the same way. That's the way they
mm,
play. Very cerebral. Very like tactics. It's not like one on one. Show me what you got, whatever, go to work. So yeah,
mm. The bid?
Mm, I think whatever, however we play, this still wins games. I mean, we've seen that they just won back-to-back titles, and the question is
That's
now,
fair.
can, can they make it? Can they make it free? It's the team is not young,
no,
like you said.
They're
Uh,
not.
uh, I'd like to see that. I'd like to see what team, apart from Angola, sorry, but what team can just have them. Shatter a bit the confidence because they're coming with the idea that they're reigning champions and all that, and then
Mm.
they know that people will be looking up to them, will be fighting against them, and all that. But I'd like to see how what team can make this giant tremble a bit. I'd like to see that.
okay.
I would be I would be intrigued if they won another title like back to back to back. It it says something in my brain that like Tunisia know what they're doing. They understand basketball in a way that none of us clearly do. Because if they
Hmm.
come back and win again with all of the things we've said against them, they are the goats of African. Like, what are we talking about now? Because age doesn't matter. Um, no, but think about it. If they come back in this AfroBasket and they win, they've proved that it doesn't matter how old you are or how athletic you are. It's about basketball acumen. And in this game, all of your running up and down and dunking doesn't mean
Yeah,
anything if I can use the clock against you and
yeah,
still score the
true.
basket.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think that Tunisia is potentially more dangerous than me, myself, is giving them credit for, or anybody else. Maybe they know something we just don't.
They can slow down the pace. Be like Greece played against the States. Remember, like
Mm,
they ran the same pick and roll, the same
every
guy,
time.
high
Yeah.
pick and roll, and then yeah, and then the Americans couldn't play against the zone. They put a zone, it
Mm.
was over. But I don't know. I think they have a they have a chance. They have a chance. They have a chance. Come on, I mean they have a chance. They got outstanding guard play. you
Yeah.
know, and then good forwards, like outside shooting can be tricky because
Improved. Yeah.
yeah, but still, there's still like that big, that big man in the middle, whatever, is gonna
Mm.
miss. It's gonna be missed. So yeah, it's a question of who they got, how they're gonna replace their playing style.
Yeah.
Because now they don't have him.
Mm.
Mesri was always like super. It was super athletic, intimidating, whatever. Now they lack that. That
They have
goalkeeper.
players backing that. You have I don't know if Ben Romden will do it or if Sliman will do it, but these guys physically
They're still
they are
beasts. Yeah.
intimidating. Yeah,
They
yeah.
are
You
very
you, you just
intimidating.
can't rule them out.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Pedro's favorite team, Angola. So, on the preliminary roster, very many names. I'm going to pull out some of the ones that you should know. So, Childe Dondao, Luceni is there, Shelton
Hmm.
Miguel as well,
Hmm.
Jilson Bango, Kevin Kokila. I said that right.
Yeah,
I know I did. And Jao Fernandez. Anyone else? Oh, and obviously Bruno Fernandez is on the list as well. So,
yeah,
in
yeah.
terms of the guys who are in EuroLeague, my understanding is they've been given a bly. You say a bly. That is not language other people understand. They've been given a pass by EuroLeague to come and play. The question is, will the teams let them come, and then do the players also want to come? So, over to our expert. What do you think are their chances of? Well, I think it's pretty obvious they're going to make it. They're hosts anyway, so they can't not
Yeah.
make it. I guess the question is, are they taking these windows seriously? Are they playing like because they have to play, or they're playing to trial some things out and to improve before they get to AfroBasket?
I mean, there's like this preliminary roster has been trimmed down. That's now they're 14 only.
Okay.
There's some kids that I'm surprised. This Obama guy, German, he's a guy that played for Spain under 18, if I'm not mistaken. He played a
Okay.
EuroBasket under, yeah. He used to play for Real Madrid. He's a guard, a very strong guard. I don't know if he's gonna go. I don't know because he's not there now. He's not in training camp now.
Okay.
There's another kid, Weza Panzu, who's a guy like he played in college. He played for Canada before.
Hmm.
Angolan descent. His parents are Angolan. Sniper, 6'7" sniper,
Ooh,
but he had a surgery before, so he's. I think he's ruled out. He's not there in Angola.
okay.
Bruno and Gilson, EuroLeague players, the same predicament. We don't
Mm.
know what's going to happen. Then you have, I think, the brain, the brain of the operation. Is Justin Lucchini.
Mhm.
Lucchini's playing in France. He's going to go. He's going to go straight to Libya. The last
Okay.
time, last time I've heard. Then we
So
got
he's missed camp, right? Because
yeah, yeah, yeah,
they
yeah,
were
yeah. They're
okay.
playing. They're playing.
Yeah.
They're still playing. All the and then there's Silvio. I don't know if Silvio gonna go. I
Mm.
because yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's a force to be reckoned with. But then I think Angola is using this window and then this like the windows to test out some players
Okay.
who can
Fair.
because now there's going to be a renovation if you think about it. Like there's a lot of players that they're on the way out. There's a lot of players
Mm.
that need to establish themselves as their dominance in the Angolan national team. And then I think for the like final roster and the 12-man roster in Luanda is going to be a lot different than this what we see now.
And
Like
Aljanetto was not on the roster. Is that because he's back at school?
yeah, I mean, most of these. I mean, Selton is there, and Selton's not going to go. He's playing. He's playing. Come on, he can't go.
Mm.
Kids in college are not going to go. Kids in high school, I mean, they can't go because look at this.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
now
school, yeah.
there is conference play. Maryland is
Mm.
playing, so they're not going to go. Like he's a starter. He's not going to go for like two. Like he's not going to. I don't think they will allow him. Like yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, Neto is another thing. Another there's a lot of cases that kids that were called up before, then they're not now. But like maybe he's testing some players, and then in the summer we're gonna have a huge roster for like a training camp roster. We'll see. But
Okay.
hopefully these kids they're gonna go and show that hey, listen, it's playing with Angola in the chest is important. Even though we qualified, but we need to go. And then these kids they want to do like make a good impression on the coach in order to be called up in the summer. So yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Rwanda. So, just for a recap, Rwanda is in Group C and they're currently
Yeah.
third. They went 2-1, losing to Senegal and Cameroon, beating Gabon. On the roster, names you should know: Jean Jacques Nebojua, the long, long name. But
Jean-Jacques, the alphabet. Yeah, this is the
yeah,
alphabet. I call him the
yeah,
alphabet.
you should know him. Habibi Habibaran. Oh my gosh, yeah, Habby. I call him Habby. He said I could call him Habby, so I'm going to call him Habby. And well, William Robbins, who's
Yeah,
arguably
yeah.
one of the best 3-point shooters Rwanda has to offer. He's
Yeah.
amazing. I
Hmm.
love watching him play, and he's got so much energy as well. And they're coached by Sheikh Sarr, who you should know as a
Yeah.
Senegalese coach. Does anyone? I mean, I feel like they're going to qualify because Gabon
Mm,
is just not good. Unless Gabon has a really good showing, I mean, it's kind of obvious Rwanda's going to be there. Let me know what you think.
yeah, I think we're gonna make it because uh, they shown progress over the past years since 2021, the
Mhm.
AfroBasket 2021, back when they hosted it. They there has been some major changes. Not say major changes, but some uh, progress. They called in Sheikh Saw, who brought in some new philosophy about the game. Uh,
Mhm.
he brought.
You froze.
Oh, is he
Uh-oh.
frozen?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I think now the sound is gone.
Yeah, I'm back.
No, he's back.
I'm
Yeah,
back.
he's back. He's back.
Yeah, so sorry. Yeah, he brought in some philosophy. This was shown when they finished third at the Afrocan loss in 2023. Okay, and
Mhm.
the players, the
Mhm.
team that you see here, most of them were in Angola back in 2 years ago. So they had a team chemistry. They know how to play. The good shooters. They have Jean-Jacques is a good how do you say that? He's a good guard. He plays well.
Mhm.
He can direct the team. He gives the team directions, and then so yeah, I think Rwanda is gonna make it there.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to Kenya, who are in Group E. They are third. They have the same record as Rwanda, 2-1, losing to Angola and Tunisia and beating Guinea, which surprised me a little bit. I mean, all of the names here we should know because what Kenya is really good at is they do play road to BAL and their players do play in other teams around Africa. So I'm just going to highlight some that you should know: Lugera Griffin, Eugene Adera, Derek Okeji, Kennedy Wachara, Ariel Ortega, Tyler Ongwe, Albert Odera, like every name I name you should know. Joel
Yeah.
Olwich.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, basically you should know all of these names. Bush Wamakota. So with such a star-studded list where we've known these players play, we see them playing regular basketball, Division 1 basketball, year in year out. Shouldn't Kenya be in a better standing than they are right now?
Mm, yeah, they
I
should
don't
be
know much
because
about Kenya. I don't know. Yeah.
That's okay.
they had some progress too. They've been some like they've shown that they could play high level basketball, but I don't know what happened from 2019 when they finished second at the Afrocan. Let's just say that it's two different competitions, but that was a stepping stone they wanted to use back then to the AfroBasket. They had a good coach with Liz Mills, I think.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah. They beat us. They beat us.
2021.
I remember that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They
They beat
beat
Angola.
us. I was
But
like,
but
come on, man. I thought they only ran track. I was like,
Stop.
but then we don't know what happened.
Mm.
We still don't know what happened. And I think personally that the team that uh, the fact that their team they had a team qualified for the BAL, this will boost up a bit the national team. This is
Okay.
this
Yeah,
is how I
that's
see
true.
it. Let's just wait and see. Maybe by the time, so it will start in some days, in a few days, but maybe that can help Kenya become a bit better and show us a better, how do you say that? Let's better side in the days to come.
Mm.
Let's just hope that.
One thing I will say in Kenya's case, it took having a female coach to bring out the best of those players. And I think whatever people think about Liz Mills, Coach Mills, she clearly knew what she was doing with that team specifically,
Yeah. Yeah.
because they played some of the best basketball we've seen Kenya play in a very long time. And since her leaving, we haven't seen that again for whatever reason. And it could be down to like management or players not agreeing with each other, but it just shows how important having a good coach is
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
for players to succeed, and a national team to succeed. Okay, we're going to move on to Cape Verde. So I'm just going to throw some of the names that I have. Even Almeida, which you should know, Anderson Carrera, who I think is in the States now. Oh, no, sorry, he's in Portugal. We've got Gomes. Oh, there's a few Gomes, to be fair. Kevin, Benijo, and Patrick, and Kennedy. Patrick Lima as well, and obviously Eddie is on the list too. So Patrick Spencer and Armani De Santos. Oh, sorry, Silva Santos. So in terms of Armani, he held that team up without Tavares. I don't know if
Yeah.
anyone remembers. Like
I don't know. Yeah.
that team did an amazing job. They came together. Their chemistry was really succinct. I don't think they were like perfect, but with the weapons they had, they were able to come out pretty clean. Do you think they even need Tavares for this window? Oh, and to remind you what group they're in, they are in Group B, so they're the top of Group 3. Group B, they went 3-0
Yeah.
with Libya, Uganda, and Nigeria.
They don't need for now. Let him play, because come on, I saw the guy play yesterday. He played the cup Copa del Rey
Top of the
final.
row?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's come on. He needs. I don't think they're gonna. They don't need him. They don't need him. Not against Nigeria.
Oh, come
My
on.
people, you
Shots
see,
fired.
you see, everybody is laughing at us. You see this?
I
This you
know.
you
Hey,
pause this.
come on.
You could.
You know which
What are you
position the
doing?
guys are in the ranking.
I
Let me
don't. We
show
don't
you.
need to know where we are in the ranking. Let's be
No, no,
honest.
for real. It's. I mean, but that's an accurate thing, like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
being there. Okay, but not the seventh. Okay, but
We're
I'll give you this. The
seventh
seventh.
is
Okay,
crazy.
I know.
We're
But wait,
we're
wait.
0-3.
Nigeria is the 18th place, second to last. No, third to last. 18th place out of 20. Gabon and Central African Republic only.
Can you
Yo,
see?
Morocco's that bad?
Can you see your life? This is what we're doing. Look at your life. I don't even know
I
what to say.
know.
Look, can we just go back to Cape
Nigeria.
Verde? So we're in agreement that they don't need Eddie Tavares. Like they could probably go 3-0 again. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
Yeah.
Let's
think so.
move. No. Let's move on to Senegal. So with Senegal, I feel like this is the final roster that they've given us.
Mhm.
Jean-Jacques Boissy, Karim Mane, Branco Badio, Lamin
Yeah.
Samba, Bambo Diallo, Babacar Sane, Papi Mustafa Diop, Usman Indai. He's the guy who was in the NBA Academy. I'm sure he's the young kid. Mokhtar Goy.
Sané also. But I don't know.
Oh, really?
Wasn't he in the G League? Yeah, Babacar Sané, that he played for the Spurs. Yeah, he was in.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know where he's playing now, but like he was in the G League. He was in the NBA
Okay.
Academy, and then he went to the G League.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And then we still got Mukhtar Goy, Amar Silla, Goran Kamara, and Yusufa Ndoye. Sorry.
And Doy.
Yeah, so that's their final roster. And let's be honest, they did a madness last time, so I don't imagine they're going to have any problems. I do think the
No.
game to watch. I think The two games to watch that everyone is going to be talking about is Cameroon versus Senegal, the rematch, and DRC versus South Sudan, the rematch. Potentially Egypt versus Cote d'Ivoire, because Cote d'Ivoire beat Egypt at home as well.
Mm-hmm.
They're like the three games that everyone's like, oh, it's on a mad thing. We don't know what's going to happen, and they're
Yeah.
the exciting ones. But in terms of Senegal's roster, I think they're pretty solid. I honestly
Yeah.
think they can kick back and just like, well, maybe not kick back because they still got to beat Cameroon, but I think they can chill for a bit.
I mean, they have. I love that kid, Amar Sila. He played
Mm.
here in Germany last year. The kid is solid. He's solid. He can shoot. He can play. He's like a four. Can play the four, the five, sometimes whatever. He played with Gilson. Like him and Gilson were like buddy buddies. So like yeah. So I like this guy, and of course Jean-Jacques Boissy and Branco Badio. Come on, man. These are, and then Boubacar Sané. Boubacar Sané, he's a monster,
Mm.
athletic freak. So we will see. We will see.
I'm interested to see between now and AfroBasket if Senegal work out their point guard situation. Because you've got Badio playing, you've got Boissy playing, and I would say Badio is probably more the natural point guard, and they use
Hmm.
Boissy as a secondary point guard, but really he should just be a two, and that's it. And I
Yeah.
feel like unless they get a solid secondary point guard, you're gonna get Boissy making the same mistakes he makes in the BAL, which is like just jacking up shots and not really thinking and controlling the
Yeah.
game, and almost being immature in how he tries to win the game.
Hero
I,
ball. He tries to play hero ball sometimes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I worry that that's really Senegal's issue is they haven't figured out their point guard situation yet.
Okay.
Let's move on to Central African Republic. So there's some names that we should all recognize. I'm looking for one name in particular, but I don't.
Thierry. He's there.
Yeah, he's there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Thierry Darlin is there. Obviously, Alan Decosi, you should know him as well. Jimmy Demarbre, I just call him Jimmy. I never had to say his name out loud before. That's wild. Evans, we should all know Evans. He was
Yeah.
famously in the Cape Town Tigers. Max Kugera, the staple of Central African Republic basketball. Anyone else there that stands out to me? The rest of these names, boy, it's like J Abina, A Lafayette, J Baba, T Bemikolo. I don't know who these people are, I'll be
Me
honest.
neither. Me neither.
Central Africa Republic is in group. Where are they?
In Group
Group
D,
D.
the
Yeah,
rematch
and
Yeah.
with
they're
Madagascar.
bottom. Yes, bottom of
Oh
Group
my
D. I'm
guys!
not gonna lie. I didn't expect Madagascar to win that game. I just generally thought that Central Africa Republic is a better team than Madagascar, but clearly I've missed something. So they have something to prove, even if it's to just beat Madagascar, because I don't think they're beating they're not beating Cote d'Ivoire, and I don't think they're beating Egypt. Unless some miracle has happened, that team doesn't seem very cohesive. It's not even that the players are not good. The players are good, but the team, I don't think they know what they're doing as a unit when they come on court.
Ooh.
Collectively, okay. Yeah.
The, the, so you were speaking. You were talking about Madagascar, right?
No. Sorry, Central Africa Republic.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But there's something funny about these two countries, no? They met back in 2020, I think, and Central African Republic beat Madagascar. So they qualified by beating Madagascar. So this year there's something. I think it will be the other way around. But I'm not ruling them out because they have good players. I mean, you have Evans Ganapamo, is a great player. Uh, Max Kugere he comes with loads of experience.
Mm.
He's a captain. He's a true leader. Uh, Dokosi yeah, also is a player that you, you just can't rule them out. But
Yeah,
Madagascar is coming with. I think they'll be having their full roster now with
yeah.
Matthias, with Kiadi, with Citraka, and all that. And this team, the team that Madagascar is putting up, I think they can shatter Central African Republic's dreams. I'll be
No,
there. I'll be there. I'll be there.
oh,
I'll
you're
be
gonna
there.
be
And
there.
yeah, and I'll tell you about it. I'll see that. But s- I Madagascar are my boys. I mean, I know that the guys,
Island
but
boys.
yeah, if Central African Republic just beats them, this can be a national crisis for that. You know? They're hosting the window
Yes.
because they think they can qualify. That's why they hosted it.
I think the arena is
That's
going to be packed as well.
yeah.
Madagascar, the arena is
I,
going to be packed.
I'll send you pictures from there. Oh my god, this is just lit. When you're inside there, you have 6,000 people screaming. People who know the rules, actually, who don't basically play the game, but who know the rules, who shout foul and all that. Oh, this is something. I'll be sending you pictures, sending you videos for that. Be sure.
I
So
definitely think Madagascar is one of those teams to watch. They're young, they're
Yeah,
hungry, they're
true.
energetic, and they're so much fun to be around. Like I genuinely enjoy watching people have a good time. And when you're around Madagascar, they are having the best time. They're genuinely like playing with their brothers and their friends and just enjoying this game at a professional level. And the spirit of unity, you can feel that within the team. You can, and even if they're not like getting on with each other, I think Madagascar does a very good job of not letting other people see that, like people outside of the circle. And maybe it's because we don't speak Malagasy and we don't understand them. But I do
mhm.
think like I've been what do you call it, in the tunnels and in the corridors where just before a team gets called out, you're seeing teammates like arguing with each other in front of people that are not part of their entourage, let's say.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and and so then that creates a vibe, it creates a mindset for other people around them. But you never see that with Madagascar. They genuinely just like they're just really happy and fun to be there. So
Island
I think
boys.
I I really want them to come to to AfroBasket because I just think they will bring the energy and that youth that some of the other teams maybe take themselves a bit too seriously. And it's not that it's not a serious competition, but remember, you're doing a job that hundreds of thousands of millions of people will never get to do. Like, so enjoy that, have fun, and like have a good time with it. So yeah. All right, enough about that. Let's move
No, I
on
got
to.
one little
Oh, sorry,
question,
go on, go on.
Jonathan. You think Lova, the big Lova guy, is not going? What happened?
He's studying. He's in the US.
Yeah, he's in the
As
U.S.
far
Yeah,
as I
but
remember.
I mean, he's not going. His team is really not good. I mean, I mean, they can just let him go. They should have, just go and because but he's a monster. That kid is a monster.
Yeah,
You know,
he was
big Lova. Yeah,
the under 19 captain. That two
Mm.
yeah,
meter
yeah.
tall guy.
He's in
Yeah.
Kansas. He's in Kansas now. Seward County Community College. He plays with one of my players. Yeah, he's a tough cookie. That kid. Yeah.
Aw. Well, maybe his fortune will change.
I'll look into that, but I think he's not in there, right? He's not in
Yeah,
the.
no, I read the thing. I was looking for for his name. Yeah, yeah. I was
Yeah,
like,
he's not.
where's his name? Yeah, he's not there. But maybe I don't know. I'm gonna ask his coach too. Yeah, Lova's not there. Big Lova is not there. Yeah,
Okay, let's move.
is the
Oh,
team? Oh, go ahead.
no, 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 no.
No, my question is to find out if this is the basic. They use a lot of these kids that went to the U19 World
Mm,
Cup. Is
yeah.
it going to be a lot of them in there? Because I don't know them
Yeah,
names by heart.
definitely. Because
Okay,
I would also say Madagascar is a very young team. Like for me, I didn't know about Madagascar until I saw the under 18 boys and girls. And
I
then
got
from
you.
there I saw and obviously Cospin, meeting Cospin and seeing the players from there as well. But if it wasn't for the under 18s, I don't know if Madagascar would be the team it is now. Like they
I
have
got you.
really brought up the level of the game, and now Madagascar is a contender. It just takes coaching, and again, this is where like language barrier is a real big issue. If you don't speak English, how can you bring in an English speaking coach to a team that that doesn't speak English. Probably only a few people maybe speak French, and everybody is speaking Malagasy. And you want to get the
True.
best coaches to come and coach them. I think that's also an issue. But we never know. Like anything could happen, like you said before, and maybe Madagascar ends up top six of AfroBasket, and that's a massive improvement from where they were. And then that causes an
Oh,
investment and more kids to get involved, more people, more parents to get involved, and then the next AfroBasket we see Madagascar top four. Or even
yeah.
on the podium. And now Island Boys is the t-shirt everybody wants to buy.
So just
All
just
right.
just
Oh,
one
God.
thing, just one thing. Is you mentioned that it's a young team.
Mm.
Actually, there are two players from the under 18 team who made it to the. I think three players who made it to a national team for now. Okay,
Oh,
Oh,
the
okay.
only
rest of
three?
the
Okay.
players, yeah, the rest of the players, I'm 99% sure I'm right on that in that case. But the rest of the players, they have been together since 2020, 2021. So you've got Eli, you've
Okay.
got Kiad. Kiad was the guy who made the bench of Central African Republic, the stand up with a shot from downtown. So Kiad is guy. Eli is there, Livio is there. So,
That's
but the
true.
fact is, Livio, Eli, and the likes, that generation of players, they've been playing together since they were under 16.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That
okay.
makes
So
So
that
they
so
makes
you
know
sense.
see,
each
Yeah.
yeah, I've seen some names. Uh, Kiad has been. I think he was back in Madagascar when Madagascar hosted the first and the first time they hosted the under 16 or under 18 AfroBasket. Uh, I tell you, Arnold. You see, Arnold Solonjani he's the guy who's always dishing out extra dishes in the free by free. Okay, so this team, they know their comrades. They know who's there and who's not there. They've been playing together for a long time. So team chemistry is very important for Madagascar. It will be the major thing for Madagascar.
Okay.
Also, they all do look like they're 20 years old. So it's, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they,
easy to
they
mistake
don't
them for
age.
young ones. They don't
They
age
don't age.
at all. They look amazing. Okay, let's move on to Libya. So Libya are hosting
Hmm.
one of the two
Windows.
groups. Sorry, they're hosting two groups, and they are in the same group, Group B, with Cape Verde, Uganda, and Nigeria. Libya are second in the group right now, 2-1. Sorry, yeah, 2-1,
Okay.
and the roster. I will be honest. The only two Libyan players I know are Mohamed Sadi, because I
Yeah,
know
just
him
so yeah.
from Road to BAL,
Hmm.
and the where's the big guy?
And Bad Rush. Nassim Bad Rush.
Yes, Bajrosh, exactly. Everyone else's names there are new to me. That's my own fault. I should have learned when they were playing. But when Mohamed Sadi is scoring like 23 of your points, he's the name that everybody remembers. So my thing is that if those two players are carrying the team, that team can't go very far, right?
Or they
I
can go
don't
very
know.
far. Come on, Pedro.
Theoretically, yes.
No, no. I mean, they, they've shown things in Africa. They beat Morocco. Uh, that's just say the saying. They're going up in the BAL.
Yeah.
They're thriving, So I think with 2-1, I think they can make it to Angola later in the year.
All right. Okay. I mean, I'm
I
not
mean, they
mad at it.
hosting it. They hosting it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they should make it.
Yeah.
It'd be
Yeah.
awful if they went 0-3 and at home. Oh my gosh, that'd be awful. I don't wish that on anybody. All right, Cameroon. Uh my baby's team, as you know, he's injured, so he won't be there. But you should know some of these names. Amadou Sheni, he's the young kid. We should remember him. Again, another NBA Africa. No, yeah, NBA Academy, that's what it's called. Kid, and then Bryson Yaga, Charles Millen Jr., Fabian Atebi, Jeremiah Hill, Jordan Bay. Jordan Bay shouldn't be on the list because he's the one that's injured. Kevin Ndezi, Paul Ebua. Wow, that was such a British way of saying his name. Paul Ibua, Roland Niyama, Roger Mute, Russell Tishewa, Samir Beckham, Tamanji Chow. I said his name wrong. William Narcisse. Oh my gosh. For a
The
team that I
race.
love a lot, Narcisse, right? I said Narcisse,
Yeah.
didn't I? Yeah, yeah. He's gonna forgive me. All of Cameroon will forgive me. I think this is I was re-listening to an episode where we all asked like who was going to finish on the podium, on the AfroBasket podium second, and then nobody had mentioned Cameroon. I got really upset by that. um, I'm starting to think that that podium is looking more like a Senegal, Cameroon. These are the four teams I think that are going to make it: Senegal, Cameroon, DRC,
South
and
Sudan.
Angola.
What about South Sudan?
On the podium, you can only have four, right? And I
No,
think,
three. Podium's only three.
sorry, three. Sorry, I mean final four. I didn't mean
Oh, Final Four.
podium. I think South Sudan are good. I don't think. I think there's a whole bunch of teams they need to beat, and that's Cape Verde. That's Cote d'Ivoire. It's Egypt. It's Tunisia. Like, I think if I'm measuring them up against all these other teams, I don't think they're as strong as them. So to me, the four strongest teams are DRC, Senegal, Cameroon, and Angola.
But you think Cameroon with the additions of Koloko, Yves Misi, Yakam,
But I'm saying
or
that even without those players. So if you
for
add
real?
them, then it's almost a certified first or second place at this
Yeah,
point. But
gotcha.
without them, I still think they're like top four.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would.
Cameroon can do it. Yeah, if there's one team that's surprising, it's Cameroon. The way they won the qualifying tournament to the
Mm.
Olympic qualifying tournament, that
Oh
shows that
yeah,
this, yeah, that's something that's happened there. But then, dude, they have the players, they have the coaching, they have everything. Can they sustain the effort during one or two full weeks? This is another question.
Mm.
It becomes it breaks down to being physical, mentally prepared. Are we mentally prepared to play an Afro basket final? This is a question, because when you arrive, when you're there, it's someone just told me that some days ago. It's you versus you. It's not you versus
Mm.
your team. It's in your head. It's you versus you. So if you break down at this moment, you won't make it.
Mm.
So,
I do
but
think they've become they're the team they are now because of Coach Aboya.
oh
I
my God,
think,
he was.
right? He and this comes back to our conversation about coaches and how important a coach is for a team. Without him, they were good. With him, they are great. And they're great now. What without their players
Yeah.
playing in America or playing wherever, they're great now.
I
Imagine how
got you.
much more if they do bring those guys. Like he's fostered again. We talk about this spirit of unity, this spirit of camaraderie. They like each other. They want to be around each other. They want to spend time with each other and like be cool with each other. Not every team has that, especially when you have superstars, you have egos and stuff like that. You have teams that even if they don't show it, there's animosity in that team, and sometimes you can't get over that on a court. I
Yeah.
feel like Cameroon is one of those teams that's an example of like, yeah, we've got big stars and we've got people who have a history of this game and we've got a coach who's done this before and like played at this level before, but we're still like nice guys. Like
Yeah.
we still wanna, you know what I'm saying? And I think that that goes a long way in a competition like this. You're saying you've got 2 weeks in another country, eating food that you probably don't like or don't love, smelling an air, different altitude. You're around different players. You're
I got
you're
you.
constantly like being tested because you're game after game after game after game. You need to be able to turn to someone and be like, yo, I'm just having a really bad day. You know what I
You
mean?
gotta talk to
And
someone. Yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
you
yeah.
can be on the team, and we've both spoken to players where they're on teams and they just don't feel comfortable like that. So I just think Cameroon has, like, they're at that bit where they have it and they could do so much. The potential for them is immense. And it would be nice to have somebody else like in the conversation, like, and they're in the conversation, sorry, but somebody else, on the podium, someone else like, celebrated and doing. I imagine the celebrations would be amazing. Like, yeah, I would fly to Cameroon just to be on that celebration tour. I'm down. Obviously, to see my baby as well. It's true.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it's not gonna happen on like an Angolan soil. Mm.
okay, we shall see. All right, let's move on to South Sudan. So their roster hasn't been announced yet. Let me check my sources to see if there's any names. I
I mean,
doubt there are.
I'm sure Luol Deng would want to come with, like, first of all, avenge their loss. First of all, and second, I mean, they don't have any hardware. If you think about it. Okay, they did qualify for the Olympics, this and that, whatever. They were robbed against Serbia, you know. But
Mm,
then my thing is they want to go and establish the dominance in Africa. It's that turn now, and they got. I remember when they published a 50-man roster. Remember, like a
mm.
50-man roster, like, and then now Bol is. I heard he wants to play. I don't know. Man. I don't know. It's going
I
to be a
don't think
tough
he'll
one.
come to the window. I think what will happen is they'll qualify, and then that's when all the heavy hitters will turn up for AfroBasket.
Yeah,
I think
true,
we're
true.
gonna see names where the one that I think is the biggest shame is Malta no, Alta Mejok. No, it's not him because he actually
He's
can.
playing back with Lebanon now.
Yeah, but there's somebody, the guy who plays for Australia. What's his name?
Oh, yeah, he wanted to play. What's the name? Thon
Thon
Maker.
Maker.
Yeah.
Yes. I think it was so sad that FIBA just said no, you're Australian. Like
But
I think like Thon
it hasn't
Maker
passed
would have
five
also
years,
been a
right?
sorry.
It hasn't passed the 5 years. Isn't it like
No,
5 years?
it's 4 years. But
4
in
years?
his case, they just said no, was my understanding. So usually, like with the Ogwemike sisters, they said you have to wait the 4 years. They listed out like how it works and whatever. With Thon Maker, they just said no.
Oh,
They're like, you're Australian. Yeah, I think one of the reasons what you just won a
Sorry.
medal with Australia in Asia Cup. Like, but so I think it's really sad because it would be great to see him in a South Sudan uniform. And I think you get all of those stars together, all of the guys who are, I don't want to say lost because they're not lost, but that had to play for other teams, had to
yeah,
play for other countries, plus the guys that they've built that solid foundation with. And South Sudan, don't they just become unstoppable? Like
yeah,
who is going to stop them?
yeah. The
Like
Monstars,
let's
the
they're,
Monstars.
they're literally the monsters. Like I
Yeah,
can't think of at at that point. That's when all of your NBA superstars have to come back to the teams. Otherwise, South Sudan just does what Angola did and
yeah,
begins this legacy, and no one can ever stop them.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it will be. I think in this window we're going to see the same names we saw before. Gabriel Deck, uh, Detch. No, Detch wasn't there. Who else was there? Junior was there. Madut, Nuni Omo as well. We'll probably see him.
Gabriel,
Um,
Emmanuel Gabriel
yeah,
was here
and
back in
Mariel
yeah
Shayok.
in the last window.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shayok. Yeah,
Shayok, yeah.
yeah. I think that's who we'll see. And you're right. They're coming back for a vengeance. I
Oh
want
my
to know. You
God.
know the guy who said the actual thing, the quote, the
Yeah, he
like.
said he was like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
number one in Africa, right? Whatever.
yeah. Do you think he's going to be brought back?
Man,
I
they,
don't think so. I think we're not going to see him on the roster for a long time. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's
running
move.
his mouth. Yeah.
Running his mouth is why he gets benched. All right, next team is Gabon. They're at the bottom of their group. I'll be honest, I don't know many names from Gabon's roster. I'm looking at it now and I'm like, none of these names ring a bell to me. What I will say is it's nice that Gabon is playing the qualifiers because there are a lot of
They could have just
teams.
hey, we now, yeah, we're just gonna spend money, whatever, we out, yeah.
Exactly. And we've talked
Yeah.
about that before, that the only way you
Mhm.
get better or improve is by being part of the conversation. So at
Absolutely.
least they're there, they're getting the experience, they're playing the games, they're understanding what it's like. And then hopefully that will make them improve. That will get them to the next stage. Um and I don't think, if I've got it right, they're losing by like a lot of numbers. I don't think the point margins are crazy. I'm gonna check it now. What should be like a 30-point deficit after I've said that? So the
They had a player from the
games
NBA.
76-58. Yeesh. Oh no, they are losing by a lot. 76-58, 58-101. Jeez. 63-90. Oh. They just have some improvements to make.
Slightly.
Okay, let's move on. Cote d'Ivoire, their preliminary roster has got some names everybody should know. Where are we? Okay, so Cedric Barr, obviously, Koulibaly, Dadet, Dali, Diabate, Fofana, Kebe, Kone, Mulari, Sibi, Tape, Thompson. I don't know that one, and Zuzua. Obviously, Zuzua is a weapon. I don't like he is. Zuzua is is the next generation. Like he is the guy that's gonna bring Cote d'Ivoire to the next level. I enjoy watching him play. He's fun to watch. He's interesting. And
Yeah.
he doesn't seem as serious as the other guys. Sometimes you watch
He,
for
he,
fun and he doesn't smile at all.
I know,
Like
yeah,
he's
yeah.
scary,
Smuggy.
man.
he's he's like a kid, who just won a game and he's
Yeah.
always happy, smiling. Yeah, that's a good point, a good thing about him. He's always happy, even if he I've not seen him lose, because I've been watching games from the road to BAL, and he was always cool, a chill guy, and yeah, that's he's their lethal weapon for this window.
I think do you think this is the last AfroBasket we're gonna see Diabate playing?
Because now it's every 4 years, right?
Because every 4 years
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
31 now. Oh no,
No,
sorry,
yeah, what?
36.
No
He's
more.
36.
Yeah,
He's 36.
36.
Sorry.
Yeah.
36 now. He's
He's in great
97.
shape though. He's in great shape though.
But in
But
4 years, he'll be 40.
come on, Marcelino Huertas is 42, killing in ACB.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know, So it's like
Okay.
it could
It
be, it could be. You know,
I think if Cote d'Ivoire want to win, this is the time they need to do it. While you have Zuzua, Diabate, Fofana, Dadet, Dali, Bar all on the same team. While you have that, this is the time to do it. But the
yeah.
competition is so stiff. It's not an easy run through. That's where the worry is.
Is Mobamba going to play for them? Because that's what I heard.
I think if they qualify, he will.
He will, right?
He
Yeah.
he has all of the documentation and everything. Like he's at the right stage to do it.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha.
Um, I think he's waiting for them to qualify.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Mali. So Mali, I think it's a shame because Mali actually have some really good players, but as a team, they're just not as strong as everybody else, and that's the problem because you've got the and here watch me destroy some of these names. Alou Diarra, amazing to watch.
Yeah,
Ibrahim Jambo, amazing to watch. Where's the Simran Kanute? They're the
yeah.
twins, right?
The,
Yeah.
no, no,
Ama-
the twins are the Husseini and Hassan Jami.
Sorry. Oh, Jame. Yes, you're right. But Kanute is also amazing. The point guard, he's amazing to watch.
Hmm.
But that's like three or four players out of like a 15-man roster. It's not enough players. It's just not enough. They just don't have the firepower.
They got one kid in college, like what's the guy's name? Ibrahim Traore, super good player. He plays for in Utah, but I don't know if he's gonna be called up. I don't know.
Even if he, I think it's a bit late. Well, actually, they can move forward as the best third place team, unless Morocco gets its self into gear and then beats them. Yeah, because
It's
Mali's. I don't
it's a
think
three
Mali's
point
beating South
difference, right?
Sudan. Yeah,
I think they beat Morocco with two or 3 points. That just
2 or 3 points. So
correct
yeah,
me if I'm wrong.
Morocco would need to beat
Yes,
them with
the
that
four
one's going
points
to
and
be
they,
a tough
they,
game
they
to
get
watch.
through.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting game actually. Mali Morocco. Look out for that as well. All right. Um, Nigeria has given us their roster.
Please be happy. You don't look so happy with that.
I want to say it's amazing that we have a team that's called up and we're here and we have players. I do not know. I know Mike Nuga. I'm looking through this list, scanning to find names that I know. Oh, Christian Mekelawulu. That's it, bro. That's wild.
And that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's just say that Nigeria is in the process of rebuilding.
Yes, I'm happy to say that. We are rebuilding. Come back to us in 4 years. We're going to be bigger, badder, and stronger.
Bring the
That's it.
kids from U18. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to Egypt. Egypt, we've got teams you should know from the that went to the World Cup. Sorry, players you should know that went to the World Cup, plus some new ones. So Shaheta, everybody should know. He's a beast. Susha is a beast. You should know him. Mahmoud, obviously. Where's I was gonna say Mr. America, but Patrick, is it
oh
Spencer?
yeah.
Is that his name?
No,
Patrick?
Patrick Spencer's from Cape Verde.
No, there's another. It's Patrick
No.
something on the Egypt team. Do you guys know who
Oh
I'm talking
yeah,
about?
the shooter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, his name's not on here. What's
Oh,
happened?
okay.
All right. Well, we've still got Enab Amin, who is an absolute beast as well. Egypt, I think, are strong contenders. We always know this. We know the North African teams come with fire. Um, are Egypt stronger than Tunisia?
Right now, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
No, no,
Yeah, I
no,
think
don't
so.
think so.
I
Are
mean,
they?
come on, and that's Mahmoud. Who's gonna guard? Like you're gonna because before mentally can go
Rondam.
and
Anas Mahmoud he's tall and he's athletic, but Rondam is big and stocky, like,
yeah, it could be yeah.
and he's still got a massive wingspan as well. I,
Yeah,
I
gotcha.
and I think in terms of point guard, if you put Obada against Susha
And yeah,
or I
true,
mean,
true,
I
true.
think
Yeah,
I think Abada's a stronger point guard.
yeah, it could be,
Mm,
could be, yeah,
interesting.
could be.
All right. Moving on to Morocco. They are also hosting two groups at the competition. And currently they're bottom of their group. Now, we talked about them having to just beat Mali. So technically all they have to do is focus on one game. They focus on one game. They do that, win by 4 points. They're in AfroBasket. If that's your only
Hmm.
goal, I think that's pretty simple, right?
I
No?
mean, do you remember like
Yeah.
Mozambique only had to lose by not lose by 7. If you
Facts.
go in, yeah, if you go and start counting points, it's
Mm. Well, all the best, guys. That's all
They
we can
need to
say.
win by 3 points, not even 4 points, 3 points, and then they through to. Oh, come on, come on! This will be a fun game to watch. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, it's definitely will. All right, we got two more teams. Guinea, who dropped their roster yesterday on social media. Um,
Yeah.
and the names are written sideways. Why would they do that to people? I recognize the faces. Hold on. Ahmed Dumbai, Ibrahima Fofana, love him. Ibrahima Dumbai, Sheikh Conde, and Usman. Oh, I sat next to him on the plane. Usman Drame. Oh, and hold on, I know this one too. Chizon Keita, Trojan Keita. Okay, so what I will say is you should know all of the faces on this roster because they're all very recognizable. But I don't think all of these guys played in the last window. I'll be honest with you. Shannon Evans is also there.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah,
point guard, right?
these
Yeah.
guys did not play in the last window. So I think we're seeing a very different Guinea team. That's a bit dangerous because they could shake up that whole group. Guinea is with, where are they? Guinea is with Tunisia, Angola, and Kenya. I don't think
Kenya.
Kenya is winning that game versus Guinea. I can tell you that for free. And I'll be honest, I think Angola, you're going to get a run for your money against this team. They're not
So
coming
it
out
might
to
They
be
had
be.
it in
passive.
the first window. The Angola won 76-70. So uh,
Mm,
Angola
yeah,
better be,
I
be
think
prepared.
this Guinea team. Okay. And the final team is Uganda. So some names that you should know. Ishmael Wainwright. He didn't play in the previous window, if I've got that correct. He's here
Mhm.
now. They put also Jonathan as well from the NBA. Wait, but isn't he? Oh, I guess they're not going to the
No,
player. Is that right?
no. This Jonathan, what? It's not Kuminga's from DRC. It's not
Oh,
there. It's not
sorry.
him.
So
Congo, yeah.
wait, who
It's
is
not
this
him. No.
Jonathan?
I
Jonathan
have no idea. I have no idea.
Komangu.
United States.
Well, I
I
mean,
have no idea where he.
he
I have
tricked
no.
me. That's fine. And Robinson Opong, we all know him.
Mhm.
And Tony Drillbear, we know
I got
him
a
as well.
question. I got a question.
Yeah,
Like, is Wainwright originally from Uganda or was naturalized?
I thought it was one parent. Is that not
Okay.
right?
Yeah, because they had also like didn't they have the other guy, the other big guy, Brandon Davies. They had two.
Oh,
Because
yeah, they did have him. What
yeah,
happened to him?
I mean he used his it was African passport, started playing as Cotonou and not for real. Just like I know a lot of guys just get the passport and play in Spain and Cotonou. They don't, they're not playing as Americans anymore.
Wow.
You know, because but now he plays in Italy, if I'm not mistaken. That guy was a beast, man. That guy played for 6 years. Yeah, but my problem is like, where are you now? They gave you. I mean, it's like okay, here's a passport. Go play. Go make some money, and then be more attractive to teams because now teams can get you as a Cotonou player instead of an import player. And yeah, but like Wainwright, like come on, Wainwright is a force to be reckoned with. The kid he's in Israel now.
Oh, okay. So it literally says on his Wikipedia page, and I quote, as an American born in Kansas City, Missouri, he was convinced by the Ugandan coaches George Galapolopoulos and Mike Schmitz to become a naturalized Ugandan to help build the team and increase employment opportunities.
So
That's so
how can
blatant.
both him and Brandon Davis play together? Because there can only be one.
When did that rule come in, though, that there could only be
No,
one?
there could only be one. It's been forever. Yeah, naturalized, there can only be one.
I
That's
thought
why
that only came in 2021 for some reason.
no
That's the
before
first time I'd heard about it.
one of my friends. Listen, Betinho Gomes,
Mhm.
Betinho, yeah, and he played for Portugal. He was naturalized Portuguese. In the same year, there was another guy also naturalized Portuguese. They had to pick one. In
Oh.
Angola, we got Italy Lucas, right? And then there was another point guard that was gonna. They had problems with because she's actually Angolan, but she
Oh.
didn't get a passport till
Mm.
after 16 years old. So she
Okay.
counted as a naturalized whatever.
Naturalized.
So they could only pick one. So that's why I was I always thought, okay, is Wainwright like could be from Uganda and whatever,
Yeah,
like
like I mean, they clearly put it here on Wikipedia, unless somebody's lying to us.
no, I don't know because yeah, he's from Kansas City. He's
Well,
always rocking his little Kansas City hat. Yeah,
no,
cat.
but if you're questioning Wainwright, there's so many players but need questioning. Are they?
No, I'm not questioning. I'm
In the
just like if
list.
he's naturalized,
No,
how come him and
just
Brandon Davis
a
play
remark about
together?
that, because you could.
Uh-oh.
I think he froze.
Yeah. No, because it's not that I'm questioning. I was like, all this time I wanted to know, is he, because
Mm,
come on, we do have Angolans of, like they were born in other countries, and
yeah.
then they like Makonda was born in Holland, and then Kokila was born in France. So there's yeah, but well, even now this kid Weza Panza was born in Canada. This guy, what's the guy's name? Obama, German. He's got Equatorial Guinea and Angola
Mm.
heritage, So
All right. So, finally, before we wrap this episode up, I want to know from you guys for each of the groups which team you think is not going to qualify. So,
Nigeria,
after everything we've discussed, Group A. So, you've got DRC, South Sudan, Mali, and Morocco. Who is not going to qualify? Go.
Morocco.
that's yeah. I would say too. I would say Morocco
Morocco.
too. Yeah,
I'm gonna say Morocco as well. Group B, no, Cape Verde, Libya, Uganda, and Nigeria. Who's not gonna qualify? Nigeria.
Niger,
Nigeria.
Yeah. Okay.
No, Niger nation.
Oh Lord. Group C, Senegal, Cameroon, Rwanda, Gabon. I'm gonna say it's Gabon.
Gabon, yeah,
Yeah, Gaba's staying home watching
Oh.
the AfroBasket on TV.
on court side,
On court side. Group D, Cote d'Ivoire, Egypt, Madagascar, and Central Africa Republic.
Central African Republic.
You think so? You
Yeah,
don't think they can
same.
come back and beat Madagascar?
Nah, man, come on. Listen,
Oh,
Thierry's not gonna go leave the G League to go and play. They nah,
Mm. I'm
nah.
okay, fine. I'm going to go with the majority and say Madagascar. And then the final group is
oh,
Group E. Tunisia, no, sorry, Madagascar to stay and Central Africa Republic
just
to not make
my
it.
boys.
Group E, Tunisia, Angola, Kenya, Guinea. I think
And yeah,
Kenya, yeah, I think Guinea wins the game
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
Kenya, yeah.
yeah.
Stays
And then
home. We're
Nderitu
courtside.
is gonna have a 5 hour live talking about that kid is
Oh, all right. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, you can watch the games live. They start this Friday, the 21st, on Courtside 1891. And as Marcel said, FIBA will be posting extended highlights on YouTube. So follow the FIBA YouTube page for that. And then the rest of us publishers will be working very hard to give you up to date, at the minute. Posts on everything that's happening. So make sure you
yeah.
follow all of our pages and just keep up to dates with your socials. Anything else we want to tell anyone? No? Oh gosh.
No.
Before he brings out the Angola flag, please remember to follow, like, share, subscribe, comment to Swish Nomads on everything that's IG, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok,
X.
and X and YouTube. And we will be back after the window to tell you all about it. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Bye.